Book summary: They Called Me a Lioness. A Palestinian Girl's Fight for Freedom by Ahed Tamimi and Dena Takruri. Introduction: They Called Me a Lioness is a powerful memoir co-authored by Ahed Tamimi, a Palestinian activist, and journalist Dena Takruri. The book details Ahd's journey from young girl growing up under Israeli occupation in the West Bank to becoming an internationally recognized symbol of Palestinian resistance. It provides personal and political account of her life, her family's legacy of activism, and the experiences that shaped her into a prominent figure in the Palestinian struggle for freedom. Early life in Nabi Saleh. Ahed Tamimi was born in the small village of Nabi Saleh in the occupied West Bank. Her childhood was shaped by the harsh realities of military occupation, including raids, arrests, and restrictions imposed by Israeli forces. Nabi Saleh became a focal point of Palestinian resistance due to its weekly protests against the Israeli settlement of Hellenish, which encroached upon the village's land and water supply. Ahed was raised in a family deeply involved in activism. Her father, Ahed Tamimi, was a well-known advocate for nonviolent resistance, and her mother, Nariman, documented the struggles of the village through her camera, exposing the violence Palestinians faced. Ahed grew up witnessing and participating in protests, absorbing the resilience and defiance that would later define her public persona. The viral slap and its consequences. Ahd's life changed dramatically in December 2017 when video of her slapping an Israeli soldier went viral. The incident occurred after her 15-year-old cousin, Ahed Tamimi, was shot in the head with a rubber bullet by Israeli forces. Enraged by the attack on her cousin and the ongoing violence in her village, Ahed confronted an armed soldier stationed outside her home, slapping and pushing him. Her actions, recorded and widely shared on social media, sparking international debate. Shortly after, Israeli forces arrested Ahed in a nighttime raid on her home. She was 16 years old at the time. Her arrest and subsequent imprisonment brought global attention to the plight of Palestinian children in Israeli detention. The book details her experiences in prison, the harsh interrogations she endured, and the solidarity she found with other Palestinian prisoners. Life in prison and the struggle for justice. Ahed spent 8 months in an Israeli prison where she was subjected to harsh treatment and psychological pressure. She describes the conditions in prison, including the lack of basic necessities, the isolation from her family, and the attempts by Israeli authorities to break her spirit. Despite these hardships, she remained steadfast in her resistance, drawing strength from the stories of fellow prisoners and the unwavering support of her family and international activists. Her imprisonment also highlighted the broader issue of Palestinian children being detained by Israeli forces. The book sheds light on the systematic targeting of young Palestinians who participate in resistance activities, often facing harsh sentences and inhumane treatment. Through Ahd's narrative, readers gain insight into the daily realities of life under occupation and the resilience of those who refuse silence. The role of women in the Palestinian struggle. The significant theme in They Called Me a Lioness is the role of women in the Palestinian resistance movement. Ahd's story is not just about her own activism, but also about the countless Palestinian women who have played crucial roles in the struggle for freedom. She draws inspiration from her mother, grandmothers, and other female activists who have defied oppression despite facing immense challenges. The book challenges traditional perceptions of resistance, emphasizing that Palestinian women are not passive victims but active participants in their liberation. Ahd's experiences highlight the unique struggles faced by women under occupation, including gender-based violence and the dual burden of resisting both political oppression and societal expectations. International solidarity and media representation. Ahd's case gained international attention with activists, human rights organizations, and political figures calling for a release. The book explores the power of media in shaping narratives around the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. While some Western media outlets portrayed Ahed as radical or provocateur, others saw her as a symbol of resistance against oppression. She reflects on the responsibility comes with global recognition and the importance of using her platform to advocate for Palestinian rights. Ahed also critiques the double standards in media coverage, where Palestinian resistance is often framed as aggression while Israeli violence is justified as self-defense. Through her story, the book underscores the significance of international solidarity in the Palestinian struggle. Ahed acknowledges the support she received from people around the world, emphasizing that the fight for justice is a collective effort that transcends borders. The future of the Palestinian resistance. As Ahed looks to the future, she remains committed to the cause of Palestinian liberation. The book concludes with her vision for justice and equality, calling for an end to the occupation and the recognition of Palestinian rights. She acknowledges the challenges ahead but remains hopeful that change is possible through continued resistance and global advocacy. Ahd's story serves as a powerful reminder of the resilience of the Palestinian people. Her journey from young girl in besieged village to global activist is testament to the enduring spirit of resistance. She urges readers to educate themselves about the Palestinian struggle, challenge oppressive systems, and take action in whatever ways they can. Conclusion that called me a lioness is more than just a memoir. It is called to action. Ahed Tamimi's story provides deeply personal perspective on the realities of life under occupation and the unwavering determination of those who fight for freedom. The book humanizes the Palestinian struggle, challenging readers to question dominant narratives and stand in solidarity with those resisting oppression. Through vivid storytelling and raw emotion, Ahed and Dena Takruri offer an unfiltered look at the costs of resistance and the sacrifices made in pursuit of justice. This memoir is a must-read for anyone seeking to understand the Israeli-Palestinian conflict from the perspective of those directly affected by it. Ahd's voice, full of courage and defiance, will resonate with readers long after they turn the final page.